so the last two last two exercises which I broke down strength and endurance equivalents of were the Turkish get up, which was just a case of adding weight rather than trying to go for minutes at a time to make it harder, and always working between 3 and 5 reps. And the last one was the deadlift variation, so trying to work on one leg. For the strength, the hardest one I made where you didn't have a weight was the helicopter variation. You go side to side. That's not very practical for making into an endurance exercise. Deadlifts, typically, they're not an endurance exercise at all. So, I mean, any exercise where it's exercise program where it's suggesting doing upwards of 6 to 8 reps on a deadlift, I'd be probably saying it's more a technique than anything. Typically, it's a strength go-to exercise. So, as a challenge, I'm going to skip it. I'm not going to bother doing it. But by all means, if you want to have a go, because it's good practice doing this stuff to the soundtrack, it's good for control. Stick the Flower by Mobion and have a go without any weights. Either you can hold something in front of you like this and do the stiff leg variation like that and holds there and up here, but keep it pretty light. This is not, like I said, it's not an endurance exercise, particularly with the stiff legs. Or you can try to go hands on hips and do this. Alright? It's going to be difficult to go to the music because this is something you want to try and keep under a lot of control, and moving slow is actually quite important, which is why I'm not going to bother doing it myself. The only way I would probably give it a go is if I loaded up the bar, but then that doesn't translate to you guys, because I dare say not many of you have got a bar you can load up like I have. So we're going to try and keep as much as we can body weight strength, covering whole body, and the endurance stuff are just kind of fun challenges and making sure that you're also trying to be able to maintain the kind of conditioning you need for squash. Strength is really helpful for pushing off in different directions, but if you can only do that for a few points, not much good as a squash player. So we need to be able to do this for endurance as well. Okay, so we'll keep those 3 endurance challenges: the squat or the staggered squat, whichever one you feel more comfortable technique-wise, the push-up on any height that you want to do, and the leg raise variation, whether you go alternate legs or both legs at the same time, or you kick out with one leg and then go back and then kick out with the other leg. I don't mind. Just go at your own level. Each time you complete the challenge and you finish the track, you can progress to the next level, and that'll be your one to work towards. So as you can see from mine, I managed to do the squats and the leg raises. Push-ups still need a bit of work, so I'm going to have to practice those every couple of days. I might give that a go, maybe a couple of times a week. Whereas the strength stuff is more about every day I'll try and do a few reps here and there. Okay, so that's what I'm going to leave you with, those 3 endurance challenges. All 5 strength challenges is just to be able to do the reps that I said. So 3 to 5 for the Turkish get up. It's not really a challenge, that one. It's more just preventative exercise. The pistol squats was 5 each leg, building up to that. Push-ups was 10 reps, I think, possibly 5, correct me if I'm wrong. The leg raises was 10, and the helicopters was 3 each side, and then I think that was everything. Just the 1 mile run was the last one, which we're going to do for fitness. Okay, so as a purely fitness-based one, I'm going to try and get up this video of a 1 mile run. I'll have a go myself. I've got a little route. It's pretty hilly, just around where I live. Uphill on the way there, downhill on the way back. And it'll just be a case of posting your time, and then you keep your same route. So that way, even if you're getting competitive and trying to compare with other people, their times, try and get a flat route ideally. But the safest way to do it is just go around near where you live, some quiet roads, or go up to a park nearby. Concrete, you'll get better times. It's only 1 mile, so it shouldn't be too tough on the joints that runners' sort of pains can often affect squash players if we start doing running on tarmac. It's not particularly good for the body, but for 1 mile should be alright. And just try and keep it consistent, so keep that same route every time, because if you post a time of whatever it might be, say it's 8 minutes, and then you change your route and you do 7, it might have been that 7 was way easier, and if you'd done that on your old route, you might have got 8 minutes 10. So they don't always translate. So just, although it's good to get competitive with other people, try and keep it to also being competitive with yourself. So you've got to be consistent. If you change the goalpost for yourself, you don't really know how well you're progressing. So just move up in little increments, and the competitive element with other people is just for a bit of fun and to keep you motivated. Most of the time, you should be working to beat yourself. All right, good luck with it all, and video of the run to follow.